Hey guys, welcome to Thursday. We just got back from work. I went to the grocery store after work today, and I also went to the Dollar Tree and bought some stuff because I have really been wanting to do this. I've been wanting to start a garden. So I'm gonna do just like a little indoor garden. I don't want a garden per se, I just want to have thyme, basil, just a couple things to use as seasoning. I would really like to get fresh mint as well, but we can only start with so much, and I just want to have them on the go so I can just pick them and use them in fresh recipes, and it will be delicious and wonderful. So I've been wanting to do this for a while, so I bought the stuff for it, which is lovely. I did buy gardening gloves. I don't know if I'll actually need them or use them, but I just wanted to have them just in case. And also, I haven't talked to our landlord yet, but he might give me some room outside if I want it. I'm sure he would, so we'll see. But I also just love them because they have strawberries on them. And it's my favorite color, green. So that's the first thing I got. But then I got some for real stuff. Chris is putting the groceries away, by the way, in case you're wondering what the loud noises are. Grocery putting away. So first off, to start with the seeds that I bought. I don't know how any of these will work, so I just bought them all, and we'll see. I did buy tomato. I feel like tomato might be a hard thing to start, but I just wanted to see because I really like fresh tomatoes. I used to grow them in my garden. We had so many different versions of tomatoes when I was growing up, so I thought that was a fun thing. Also chives, because that's really easy to add into recipes and just make them taste delicious. Another thing that
I've never used chives.
My mom would have me run out and grab some chives from the garden, and then I'd run out and grab them and we'd put them in and stuff, so deliciousness. I also got some of the onions, just like the little ones. Something that I think I can keep in a little pot in here, and that could add to some cooking. Again, I'm just trying this. I haven't had a garden since I was 15, so it's just been a few years. I also got some basil. One thing that I do really want to keep growing all the time, all year round, would be amazing, basil. I also got some thyme, like I said. I'd also really like to grow rosemary, but they didn't have any rosemary seeds, unfortunately. I also got oregano. I have a love-hate relationship with oregano. I like it in some things, but it just has a really strong scent. But I wanted to try it still and see how I like it fresh and stuff, because I haven't had fresh oregano for a few years. And then the last thing I got was cilantro, so we're just gonna see how these all go. I got 7 different kinds, so yeah. As far as helping me actually plant them, I got a few of these like seed starter things just to get them started and see if they'll actually grow. They're from the Dollar Tree, who knows? If these don't end up working out, then I'm just gonna go to like Lowe's or Home Depot or something and try to see if they have any sod there. Even like Walmart would probably have stuff this time of year. So I got like 3 of these because I don't know how many seeds from each packet I'm gonna plant. And then I also got one of these just to see how they work. They're more seed starter pots, and I just don't know which one would be better. I feel like the trays might be better because Chris and I are just a little bit clumsy sometimes. I also got 4 bigger pots to transfer them into at some point. This would be for things that I would want to keep going all year round, and I just bought 4 because I'm pretty sure half of them are going to die immediately. And then and then lastly, I bought some seed starter potting mix. So we'll see how this goes. And I love the smell of this so much. It just makes me think of my childhood growing up the whole time, because we had gardens till I was, like I said, 15, and then we were just really busy and didn't have time anymore. But I had a huge section in my backyard that was just a garden, and it was lovely. We had everything you could possibly imagine. We've grown ridiculous stuff. We had tomatoes a lot. Tomato bushes up to like probably me now to my shoulders, like really tall, just lots of tomatoes, and I'm trying to think of everything else we had. We pretty much had everything. We grew like turnips some years, and carrots and potatoes, and just anything you could imagine. We also had like grapevines and peach trees and stuff, so this is not to be confused with like all the flowers and stuff that we had in our front yard. Instead, we also had a vegetable garden in our backyard. My mom was always really good about keeping everything alive and beautiful. It helps if she had 6 slaves living in the house with her to do it. So we'd go out every morning and everyone go and weed for 15 minutes. So when there's 8 people weeding for 15 minutes or 6 people weeding for 15 minutes, and then my mom would read out loud to us, or sometimes my dad would come out, sometimes he wouldn't, but like he came out a lot of the time. So when there's 7 people weeding the garden for 15 minutes every day, it stays pretty clean and grows fairly well. So that's just a really fond childhood memory of mine, although I didn't always love it at the time. So I just figured I'd start this and we'll see how it goes. I may start it tonight, I may do it tomorrow morning, just depending on how I'm feeling, because I have to do some cleaning first before I'm able to dig into it. And also, now that the sun has set, I'm just like, oh, I can't garden, it's nighttime. Because gardening is done during the day.
It's indoors. You can garden anytime.
I know, but it's just like, we have a lot of windows. That's one thing I really love about this apartment.
Yeah.
So many windows. There's like 8 windows in every room. Slight exaggeration. But in our kitchen, we have a window right here and then a window right here.
I mean, the living room literally has 5 windows in it alone.
Mm-hmm.
My room, my office has a window. This room has 2 windows. Our bedroom has 2 windows. There's a lot of windows.
There's a lot
Our
of
weird
windows.
storage room has a weird window. Like,
it's very open and bright feeling, and so I figured since there was a window on either side of the table that I could like line them up at this window and have them on the table right there, and that way they can get sunshine and stuff. But then I want to plant them during the sunshine because I'm like, oh, it's all bright and sunny and happy and lovely. Because I don't know, once it hits nighttime, I'm like, I want nothing to do with plants, gardens, anything, no. Because I was thinking about starting a garden a couple weeks ago. I mean, I've been thinking about it for a couple years, but I was thinking about it like last week or something, and I got out of work at 5:30 and I'm like, no, no, I don't want to buy the stuff for it. I warned Christopher though that today I would probably feel like getting the stuff, and I definitely did. Because today it was just so bright and warm and sunny, and it was like 60 degrees, and it was just,
it was nice.
It felt so nice, and like, it was like, I went to work and it wasn't cold, but it wasn't really that warm yet when I got there, and then I walked out and I was like, what is this? And I got in the car and I was like, I'm in an oven! This is great! I feel like it's summertime again, like, it was so hot in the car when I got in it.
We turned the heat off earlier.
Yeah,
and it feels nice in here.
I had the AC on earlier in the car, which again hasn't happened in a while, but we turned the heat off in the house because we don't need it for the next few days until it goes down into the 30s again next week, but we're just going to pretend next week's not going to happen yet.
So I fell asleep again for several hours pretty soon after getting home. I did do the dishes while Giselle was, working on clearing off that area on the table so she could start gardening. She decided not to start until tomorrow. She has off tomorrow, which is good. She'll have tomorrow to work on that and work on anything else she feels like working on around here. But I know she does want to start working on her indoor garden, start doing her gardening tomorrow. So she'll probably do that in the morning or something. And then after I finish doing the dishes tonight, I fell asleep for several hours and woke up. My sleep schedule's a little bit out of whack at the moment. And I feel I should definitely apologize that the vlogs haven't really been going up for like a week almost, just because I feel like I just need a little bit of a break from sitting at my computer all the time. I've been in here more reading. I've still been at my computer at my desk reading, but I've been reading a lot more. Like, I've been focusing on reading and sleeping. Like, I've been doing a lot of reading and sleeping in the past week since the last time I uploaded vlogs. But it's not that big of a deal. I'll get back to where I need to be in no time. But hopefully you guys understand. I just need a little bit of a breather from sitting at the computer all the time and editing. With the exception being the 2 booktube videos I filmed earlier this week that just kind of needed to go out because they're time sensitive, I guess. And then I'm currently reading this. I haven't really mentioned that, but it's fun so far. I'm enjoying it, and I'm gonna keep reading it for a little bit. I will have enough time to sleep for a little bit longer. I will just read for a little bit and then go back to sleep, just so I can have some rest before the morning time. But I think that's pretty much it for today. Hasn't really been that much going on this week. So, slight string of possibly boring vlogs. but such is life. And I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching.